Well, good morning. I got a light here that just doesn't want to work this morning. I'll figure out what's going on with that. Well, I guess it's just doesn't want to wake up. Got this, I won this at auction. And it was missing the handle. So I bought a handle for it, which was cheap. I think it was like $6 at Mystic Parts. And I got the cap too. So this thing went really cheap at auction because I have no idea what size line this is or what type of line it is. I haven't decided if I'm going to change it or keep it. This reel's going to get just a quick once over. I'm going to use it for fresh water, of course. God, it's dirty. Maybe I need to go all the way through it. Wow. To get these apart, you have to take this off of the main shaft. Come on, light. Give me some bright. Because there's a screw underneath this rotor. This is a Penn Captiva, also known as the Craptiva. I'm not lying to you. These reels did not have a really strong following. Oh, why is it not wanting to come off of there? That's not good. It's probably reverse thread. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm going to try to just do a quick cleanup on it. We'll see. Well, it ain't no Shimano, is it? It's pretty clean in here, though. I don't see too many problems there. It mostly, to me, seems like it just needs some oil or grease. Oil and grease, maybe. Yeah, I don't know why. I've never owned one, so I can't say, oh yeah, they're not good reels. I can't say that. I've never owned one. But I know people who will tell you they weren't good reels. These were from the early 2000s. I remember when they came out. I was still fishing heavy with my stuff from the 90s and so forth, and got a heel plate here to take off. So I wasn't really worried about buying anything new then. I still had the American-made pins in my arsenal, so I didn't even think about buying a new reel at the time. And I think that's what hurt these reels, is people were so used to the pin quality from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and into the 90s that when these came out, they were just like, what is this? It just gave everybody a bad taste about pin, you know? And pin isn't pin anymore. You know, it's owned by other Pure Fishing or whatever the hell, whoever the hell it is that owns stuff nowadays. It's not what it was. So I get that in a way, you know, I get it, but that bearing fell out. This is just dirty. My cotton swabs are falling apart on me today. We're just going to get some of the old grease out. These shims, I'm not going to take this whole thing apart to clean it. I'm just going to clean it up. This reel's pretty smooth. The shims went down towards the gear. So we're going to oil that bearing up. rotate that crossline block around. It's your same old story. You know, these reels are all pretty similar. Shimano is probably the most different of any of them, if I had to guess. I guess Shimano still makes their own reels. Unlike, they're probably the last survivor, you know, the last ones out there still doing it. Yeah, she's pretty nasty in there. It figures. That's on a bearing. That's pretty neat. Can't get a hold of those. Still haven't decided if I'm going to take it all the way apart or not, though. It's not bad. Just needs a little love. Nothing's dried up like most reels I see. It's not dry though. It's very much still grease. I'm just gonna put some fresh grease. I'm changing its grease basically. Yeah, I told a friend of mine who works in a reel repair business, doesn't have a YouTube channel. He does it for a living. I sometimes, you know, look for him for advice on different reels, and I won this thing, and I sent him a message. I said, "What do you think about the Captivas?" He said, "Oh, the Captivas." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it." So anyway, yeah, we'll make the best of it. We will make the best of it. So we're at 3 bearings on a 2000 size reel. That's not bad. Now, I'm sure there's a bearing underneath this mess. Do I really want to go there, though? Let's see how ugly this whole thing is to get apart. So if you have a Captiva 2000, this video will be for you. If you're not a fan of the Captiva, well, this probably isn't the video for you. This reel looks like it was made in 2002. It looks like they lost a handle to it and it just wound up in a box and then wound up at auction. Is what looks like happened to it. Oh, I like it though. I mean, seriously, that's not bad. It all comes out it all comes out together. That's got a lot of it's almost like a grease or a gear lube or something. It's not just grease. It's not bad. That was pretty easy to get apart too. You had a shim where it meets the rotor. Your main bearing, I'll clean it up good. I had a rag here. It's got some grease down in the teeth, of course. So we're gonna take what I do, these get a lot of grease packed into them. I'll every once in a while just throw them in my parts washer and let it run. It knocks that grease out there. Same way with this one. These are gun cleaning tools. Fairly cheap I think I got them at Sportsman's Warehouse here in Roanoke. They're not expensive at all. Work really well. They may be made by Wheeler, but that's just a guess because I know Wheeler makes a lot of gun cleaning stuff. So, and I have a lot of Wheeler gun cleaning stuff. I'm probably out of frame for you there. My light's dim. I don't know what happened to it. We had a thunderstorm here the other night. I don't think we got hit by anything. It might be a setting on it. I don't know. Okay, that's ready to go back in. Just going to give it an overall clean in here. We'll get the gearbox back together, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the rotor. It's pretty nasty. In the spool. Oh, that was smart. Oh, I swear sometimes I'm about the dumbest. All right, here we go. I had it backwards. Hold on. Oh my goodness, John. So it goes in like this. I had it completely backwards. It's one of those things you sit there and you watch yourself do it. You know, you're like, oh, no, it'll be okay. Oh, no, probably not. This thing's going to get used on a freshwater, bass, crappie rod, whatever. Panfish. That kind of thing. Note that is different. If you flip it around, then it lines back up. That's just your retainer. So I guess you could say this is vintage. It's from 2002. That's 23 years ago, folks. Most of us think 2002, that was like a year or two ago. This world has really spun some funny ways since 2002, hasn't it? Really, really crazy. Yeah. We'll put that in. We'll go ahead. How did I get that dirt into my grease? I guess the head of it. I can get some more of this stuff. It's made by Boca. This grease is really good stuff. We're getting it there. Wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't as bad as I thought. That's why it's just getting a little tune-up, I guess you could say. Oil, lube, and filter, as we say in the automotive and machine businesses. I've got a big old dog hair right there. It's going to get into my reel somehow or another and mess it up. Gotta get that out there. Put that in there and line it up. Gets one screw back in it. Oh gosh. We got two shims that go on the handle side and the bearing. And then look around here. I think we're good. You got 3 large screws. Oh, yeah, I put grease in there. See how my mind works. I'm glad I didn't take it completely, this part of it anyway, completely apart. That goes in there. Let me get the smaller one for that one. That one was kind of, this screw was loose when I got it. It was backed off about a half a turn. I'm not sure why that was. That's about as good as you're going to get that. That's not going to work with that one. I found that screwdriver to, it's a number 0 snap-on Phillips head. I have not found anything it fits yet. And you know, Japanese Phillips heads are different than America. Not lying. They call it what, J, or is it J or S? I don't know. Might be S. I mean, even this isn't dirty, and this is usually where, and it's not scuffed up, which is very, very odd. I don't know if this reel was used. It wasn't used much. I'll just put it that way. Okay, so far so good. Let me get a fresh rag or fresher rag, and let's take a look at the main part of the reel here. Don't think I'm gonna bother to put new line on. I think I'm just gonna go with what I got here. All right, I think we're good there. We can go ahead and put the cap back on this side. Took a little longer to get that handle in. I would have thought from Mystic it took about 4 days. Usually Mystic's got things here in just a couple of days. It's pretty dirty. We'll take the rotor apart. We'll give it a little sponge bath. All right, that was up in there. I don't know if that stays in there or not. We'll take a look at that. I think it comes out. Yeah. So that comes out. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4 bearings in there. There's 5. It's 5 bearings so far. This is just a dummy side over here, so we're going to take this apart. It feels loose. It just needs some good old lubrication. I don't think that's got anything under it except for counterweights. We'll leave that alone. Oh boy. Why did I even take that apart? But anyway. This doesn't act like it wants to come apart. Don't know what's up with that. It's sticking. I want to see if there's any dirt underneath here, because it just... Why? There it goes. I sure hope this thing don't fly apart. Well, I caught it. Wow. Why did I take this apart? I have no idea. It's going to be... It broke too. It broke. So, it just lived up to its name, didn't it? Just not very good. So, I might have just broke the reel. I can probably get that part though. The parts are still readily available for these. I don't think people like spend a lot of time and money keeping them going. They just kind of tossed them in the trash and kept moving on. This thing had a lot of dirt up here in the rotor, which had to be out, getting it out of balance to some degree. It's going to be fun to get back together, I know that. Well, this went down in like that. We're going to give it a little bit of oil. Let's give it a little bit of this gear lube. Your spring, I'm going to regret life here on this. Probably better to, that little piece there, it just wants to fly. I think it goes in like that. And I have a feeling out this cover is broken. None of this is going to want to stay in there. So I may be ordering a cover for it. We'll see. It's got a pretty good size screw on there to hold it all. Yeah, it might be all right. Let's clean this up. You know, because one rod isn't aggravating enough on an arm, they decided to put two. And how this works, I have no idea. I believe it was in there like that. I might have to flip that up the other way. I believe that's right. I just don't know how I'm going to get it back together. It may have been easier. Take this back off, get all this set, and then pop that in there and then put the lid on it. That's probably what I'm going to do. Let me clean it up first. It's always a guessing game, isn't it? I got to start getting some gear together. I'm going to try to get to the coast. I'm not feeling great, but I'm plumb tired of sitting around, so I'm going to probably try to go down and do a little fishing. My son's going to help me. As most of you know, I have some limitations. I can't carry a lot or do a lot of stuff here, so wow, this is going to be a real pain in the you know what. So what I think the way to do this is to set that in there. Nope. That didn't work. We'll give it just a little dab of grease to help hold it in place. Goodness gracious, who designed this shit? All right. That's got to go in there. Okay, we got that. Let's go ahead and put that screw on there. So what we'll do is see how it works. Okay, so this spring that's going to probably go flying plumb across the whole house here. Goes in there like that, and then this will go on top. So you pretty much got to put it all together. There's no way to get that together any other way. I'll just be honest with you. That's the only way it's going to go together. So we gave it a sponge bath. We're going to give it a little bit of oil here. Perfect. It is a lot smoother. Okay. Let's give this a little oil. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Get some fresh cotton swabs. I go through a lot of these things. Now put that back on. So far, so good. This all needs a good cleaning. That line roller was really nasty. The whole line roller thing was real nasty. So other than that little peg, no harm, no foul. Let's put some oil on that bearing. That went in like that. And this went up in there. And then this washer looks like a felt, or not a felt, but a fiber washer. We'll give that a little bit of oil too. The bell arm's not bent because it fits on there really pretty naturally. And that's going to be it. We'll take the rotor and clean it up. I think we got us a good little functioning reel here for not a lot of money. I think I paid $20 for the reel, which some might say I overpaid. But it's already got line on. I'm not even going to bother with that. I don't know what size line it is. Maybe somebody wrote on it. I always write on the bottom of these things. I mean, really the smart thing to do would be to take all the line off of it and start over again. But it's pretty dirty. I'm not going to lie. I have been spooling line on reels for the last 2 or 3 days. Really, seriously. Putting line on for 2 or 3 days. I've been getting stuff ready to do my pier fishing this summer when I get healthier enough to travel a little bit. And it's been something. I noticed when I got it, the line out clicker was bent. It's still a little bit bent. And it was gummed up so bad it was stuck to one side. That might be bent too much. There we go. All right, well, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, we'll see what the drags look like here. Cap needs some cleaning. I don't know, maybe a whole complete bath might have been quicker. I don't know. Wrong stuff. Oh, there it is. It's like, what did I do with my new oil? Okay. All right, let's clean the drag up. This is your first felt. Oh, it's dry. Okay. Well, I'm glad I went into the drag. This needs some cowls in a bad way. Dried completely out. All right, there's drag washer 1. And your first keyed washer. And then your eared washer. It's soaking that cowls right up. All right. And that's the last felt washer. This is your last keyed washer. Then your retainer just gets a good wipe down. All right. Now let's put the rotor on. Remember, this is left-hand thread. And it's got this little retainer screw. Well, it's not, it's a locking screw, I guess. Goes up against that rotor nut. Now, remember we had to take this off. It goes on there. Then your line out clicker cog, and then your spool spacer. And we can give that just a little bit of oil once I get it on there. And that pretty much retains all that too. It's got a pretty tight positive fit. And you can put your spool on there. So that's about as far as you can take a Captiva down and not take it all the way apart. Well, I pretty much did take it all the way apart. I remember when these came out, people were just, it was all the rage. Everybody's like, yeah, it's going to be a good, and it's got a lot of bearings. You know, it's, for a 2000 size reel, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearings. Very smooth. I think it'll be okay. Let's see how it trips. Yeah, I get the handle tighter. Okay, that one's a little bit loose right there. I'm not sure if I can just get tighter, if it's just the way it's made. We'll give that just a little bit of oil. Something about some of these reels, when you get them up against that ramp, they just don't want to spin. It's just the way it is. Well, there it is, folks. Gosh, I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. That is a Penn Captiva. 2000. It says 9-bearing system. Okay, well, the anti-reverse would be a bearing. I still don't see 9 bearings in it, though. Gear ratio 5.5 to 1. I don't know where they're getting the rest of their bearings at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably a couple bearings in there. I don't know. I'm not getting 9 though, but what do I know? Maybe I can't count, but I took it all the way apart and I didn't see 9. Maybe some false advertising there. I don't know. But it'll do us okay. Look at that. This is John, the Vintage Fisherman. Take a kid fishing. That's my best advice I can give you. If you know a kid that has never been fishing, take them fishing. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. There's usually like I know here in Roanoke, there's one place, actually it's Salem, which is a city next to Roanoke, which is not much of a city. It's small, but they call it the duck pond over there. And it's stocked with trout. I want to say year round, and it's only, you have to be like 8 or under, or 10 or under, or something like that to fish there. Your parents are allowed to be with you, of course, but it's a great place to take kid fishing too. They usually catch something. And then there's usually something in every area that allows just kids fishing, and find that place. Or if you live out in the country, find an old farm pond somewhere. A farmer will let you take your kid to and go catch some bluegill. All you need is a push button Zebco and on a cheap rod and a small hook. I like the Aberdeens, a little bit longer shank on them so that they can't swallow the hook all the way, and some worms and a bobber, and go have fun. So anyway, that's my advice today. If you liked the video, please like it, and if you want to see some more Captivas repaired, subscribe. This is John. Talk to you later.